Good morning. It is Saturday, the 14th of January, and I am still here as a head teacher, with ADHD. It is the end of the first week back at work, and it's been an equally wonderful and challenging week. I guess that's just life. And it's been about, for me, trying to kind of keep that sense of calmness and not to kind of become either too excitable and then also too stressed by, I suppose, the things that happen in life. And I suppose that's the summary of the week, and the thing that I keep coming back to, um, is that another year comes and it's the same but different. Um, I've been reflecting quite a bit because obviously a new year is a time to sort of look back and look at how far we've come, and not necessarily set resolutions, because I don't really believe in that anymore, but to just reflect and to honour that time of year where we're kind of looking backwards and looking forwards, like, you know, Janus, or Janus, the god, which, January, the name is from. So they're looking backwards, looking forwards, and I suppose because of the way I am, I've always written a lot and written diaries, and I don't always look at them. But what's interesting is to kind of go back and look at where I was a year ago, or 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, or 30 years ago, or 40 years ago, or 50 years ago. And there are these repeated patterns and these kind of, oh yeah, this year I'm going to do it. And I know everyone has that, but then I think ADHD in particular is a lot about that kind of, oh, impulsive, I'm going to do something, and it lasts for 5 minutes and then you don't see it through. Um, and again, I've reflected a lot that I'm very good at planning when it comes to my life and work, and I think that's one of my kind of, I'm doing this parts therapy, but one of my parts is definitely a kind of almost a walking calendar of, I need that, because otherwise this inner part of like impulsivity or just scattering around will just take over. So the internal calendar part is very strong in my work but not in my personal life, and that is the thing I think that was really hard, because the calendar, I suppose the calendar's linked to work, and then the work calendar then tries to take over all parts of my life. So then when I have a Saturday or a Sunday or a holiday, it's like still going. And actually what I need is a personal calendar, a self calendar, a care and comfort calendar. And that's where I find it really hard. So that's kind of something that I've been working on. Lots of waffle there. I'm tired. I've got a bit of a tummy ache, but all that will be fine. A poem that kind of not a poem, piece of writing that just I remember all the time, from Samuel Beckett, that from Worsted Hoe, which everyone always quotes a bit of it, but this is just kind of, I just feel this poem. First the body, no. First the place, no. First both, now either, now the other. Sick of the either, try the other. Sick of it, back, sick of the either, so on, somehow on, till sick of both. Throw up and go, where neither. Till sick of there, throw up and back. The body again, where none. The place again, where none. Try again, fail again, better again, or better, worse. Fail worse again, still worse again, till sick for good. Throw up for good. Go for good. Where neither, for good, good and all. I know lots of people have interpreted and looked at that to me that's just ADHD. It's that kind of thing of like, oh, I'll do this and then I'll do that, and if I go to this place it'll be better, and if I change everything, but no, it's not, and then I'll just try and I'll work on me, my body, and then if I can, and it's that's it, isn't it? It's that backwards and forwards, and that's a kind of bit of just living with this condition. And then it's just like, where's the good? Where's the good? So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm focusing on the good, and I'm going to end with a poem. I've been trying to write more. Again, sort of trying to get back to me and a bit more creativity. And I've been writing a few poems this week, and a few, yeah, just a few words on pages, really. Um, so this one's called Emotional Contagion, and it's a reflection on my week. Often we write to express the darkness, the sadness, the feelings that we can only put down on paper, safely contained in black and white so they can't drip and damage and hurt. I know I do. I don't scream or rage at you or tell you of the unkind feelings that I have towards you. I simply describe my frustration, despair, resentment, fatigue, fear, like a good girl, and leave the guesswork to be done. But tonight, I am using the canvas to celebrate, jubilate, create, share love, not hate. Today was a very good day. Sometimes we write to express the light, the might of the feelings that we put down on paper, safely contained in black and white, but with the energy to jump and excite and delight you. Ooh, there's some headphones. That was good, wasn't it? There we go. So there is a bit of writing. I struggle with that joy and that delight, and I have to work really hard to do things that enable me to feel that, and that's really important. And I think a lot of the head teacher job is the kind of serious, I'm going to talk, and I'm going to have a conversation, and I'm going to help, and I'm going to, and then there's that kind of undercurrent of all the emotions that I have, some of which are negative, but then some of which are positive and joyful. And so that's a bit of work that I'm trying to do, is to kind of work on that. There we go. I should have stopped with a poem. If I'd stopped with a poem, I wouldn't have dropped the headphones. There we go. Have a lovely week. If you're still watching, I'm feeling a bit like Twitter seems to be going wrong, and there's a sense in which the connections that I had with lots of lovely people, I don't know how to find them again. But yeah, that's a shame. But anyway, I've got connections with lovely people, and I don't need connections with the entire world, and I don't need to be famous. And there. Have a lovely week. Stay safe, stay well, and if you're watching, I hope it's helped. And as always, if you think you've got ADHD, please, 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 please don't let anyone tell you that maybe you don't. Please get a conversation with someone that knows. Again, this week, people come and say, oh, I'm thinking, and the stories I'm hearing of people being turned away because they're too functional. People die then. So let's just get that message out there. If your life is hard, if you struggle with the things that are symptomatic of ADHD, it's worth looking at getting some more understanding around it, being more aware. Your life won't necessarily change. It might still be really hard from day to day, but at least awareness is a big step in the right direction. And if these videos help at all with that, then that's what they're there for. Stay well, stay safe, and keep in touch if you can. Okay, bye for now.